What's going on, guys? Hope you all back again for another war, late night war, and this is a big one. We're going up against AOH, known as the Book of the Vishanti, a very well known alliance, very good alliance. So yeah, hopefully we can have a really awesome and good war. But before we get into that, our last war against Olaf ended up with a good win. So GG's to them. The boys did very well, and yeah, hopefully we can cook and keep up this momentum going into this war. The bands are as follows as Ghost Rider, White Mags, APOC, Onslaught, and Serpent. So yeah, pretty good bands. And yeah, hopefully we can do good in this war. Our team currently is Photon and Cheeilth, as you can see. And we are bringing this champ for Synergy, which is I Hulk, since we are going to be taking the fight on Path 9 with Cheeilth. And this I Hulk Synergy, or Gamma Synergy, pretty much helps Cheeilth with terms of cleanse charges. So yeah, this is pretty much going to be our team that we are going to be running. And if you're thinking of what path are you going to be taking, I'm pretty sure you know what path I'm mostly familiar with. I'm going to be doing path 8. We're going to be taking Joey on Rage, and then Spider-Man Supreme on Energetic Exercise. Pretty interesting. And then we are going to be taking this Chi. Did I say this Chi? I'm going to be taking Modok on 36. No, we are not going to take High Evolutionary, even though I could probably do High Evolutionary with Cheeilth, but we're not going to take High Evolutionary. We're going to allow our teammate to do that. We're only going to be taking this Modok on 36. And then from there, we are going to be taking this Danos on 47. And yeah, that's pretty much all the fights we're going to be taking. So yeah, those are pretty much the fights. Hopefully we can play well, pretty much cook, and yeah, have a good war. So yeah, starting off with our first fight, Chi versus Joe Fixit on Rage. Pretty generic, to be fair. Not really much to say. All there is you can just pretty much medium, let the debuff do its thing, and yeah, he'll just melt and he'll just die. I think we do take some block damage in this fight, but more or less, Chi's a tank. It wasn't going to be like enough to kill us. As long as we keep the cleanse charges active, the tactic isn't going to trigger anytime. It will be like extremely non-existent. And yeah, the debuffs will just melt him. Just baiting out a few SB2s like you did right there. And yeah, just pretty much keeping up that aggressiveness. And yeah, let the bleeds do its thing. So yeah, pretty chill, pretty easy fight, like absolutely no risk there. Cheeilth just nukes. She always has and she always will. WW skill champ. So moving on to the next fight is Spidey Supreme taking this with Photon, and yeah, ideally the aim here is pretty much go for mediums, but in this fight I do play a bit iffy, like you'll see. So the fight starts off, and yeah, we bait out heavy, go for medium, since our mediums can't miss. He is gonna be getting invisibility more so often since the gifted ability accuracy node allows him to get increased ability accuracy. But what we do is try and with a light, so we can punish that invisibility. So that way it goes on cooldown. As you saw from there, we did take an SP1 to the face, so good thing we had Invon, which did trigger our pure light. But if we didn't have that Invon, I don't want to imagine how bad the damage would have been. But yeah, he just dies. Spider Supreme has absolutely no health, such a nimble defender. Only good because of his special attacks, hit like a truck. But other than that, yeah, pretty much nothing burger fight. On to our next match. We have Modok on 36 We're not doing this high evolutionary since we getting our pod mate to help. So yeah, GG's to that. GG's to them for soloing that fight. And yeah, Cheeilth v Modok. Yeah, this fight was quite questionably iffy. Like, I did watch a lot of guides on how to do this fight, especially from alliance mates, but somehow this guy was being a total douchebag, and yeah, that almost messes me up. So fight starts off, we try and get the heavy punish, which we do get nicely, and then we go for it again, which isn't too bad. We got the bleeds, so we're pretty much melting his health. There I go for parry, which I wasn't meant to do. And then here I'm just trying to bait out a heavy, but yeah, look, his AI is being so stingy. He throws SP1, which I bait off. You can see there, I'm just trying to get a parry off, but unfortunately I mess up. I didn't go in for the light wave into heavy, and in the end I just throw special one into the block, and I'm getting clipped, which isn't good. Ideally, yeah, I try to get back in the rhythm, which we do get one off there. And then here, just being a bit stingy, he throws his special one, going for a medium, get another heavy punish off. So yeah, nothing too bad. But yeah, I do the same mistake again, and in the end, I get clipped. So yeah, this is where things start to get a bit tense. So from here, I'm just trying to go for that L3 to get the regen. But here's what I did wrong, and you're about to see it. You can see he's not going for the heavy, and yeah, I go for an SB3 while the stun was active, and that almost kills me. Like, yeah, that was bad. That was so bad. If it wasn't for Cheeilth's tankiness, I say tankiness because she's a tank, but if it wasn't for that tankiness, I'd have been dead. Like, yeah, that would have 100% killed me. If I was using any other champ, that would have 100% killed. And yeah, I get clipped from SB1. I'm just trying to bait out another heavy. We get the punish off. 6 bleeds. He has the steadfast active. We go for another punish into heavy. And I think we bait out this special. Yeah, and we get clipped by the end. And in the end, we just go for medium and let the bleeds melt him. But yeah, that was such a terrible fight. Like, that was really rugged. It was really iffy. Like, everything there just went absolutely wrong. It was horribly wrong. Like, even though we made it out of the fight alive, yeah, that was really bad. Like, that was nuts. But in the end, we got out of it. I accidentally peaked the score, which I should not have done. But yeah, we got out of that fight alive. And now our last fight is Photon v Wolf on 37. Yeah, this fight was not assigned to me, but I asked for this fight since I felt like Photon would be able to nuke this fight really quickly. And the fight would have been nuked pretty quickly if I ramped on Spidey Supreme. But since Spidey Supreme has noodle HP, and yeah, I also got clipped from that fight as well. Yeah, we didn't get to the point where we could ramp a lot of charges, and yeah, we had to start from the bottom. We had to start from 2 persistent charges. So yeah, this wolf fight, we're gonna probably have to ramp up in order to try and nuke him, but it doesn't go too bad, to say the least. Like, the wolf is only a rank 3 wolf, so we are going to be punching up by quite a bit. And yeah, nothing too crazy here. So stop fight starts off, we go for the heavy to reduce his crit resistance by applying the thunder. And yeah, just go for some nice medium like mediums. This is pretty cool. It does get a regen on us himself, which is fine. Oh, ignore that notification. Yeah, pretty much going in while in the route. He has a regen, isn't too bad. I'm just trying to build up some charges so I can get to max pure light. He has 2 regions, but I'm not really fast since once we pure light we can pretty much reverse the region, which isn't too bad. But yeah, we let him get rooted so the region falls off. And now we're in pure light, we can just go ham, go for our first SB2, does pretty decent damage. And then we just go for a few combos. And yeah, I think we bait our SB2, yep. And then we go for medium like medium. Well, yeah, we go for a combo and then into a special. Does a lot of damage. You can see we're doing some burst damage as well with the amount of debuffs we have. And yeah, this special pretty much nukes him. So yeah, pretty cool, pretty chill, pretty easy fight. Like, I don't see why Wolf is there. Like, what's the point of that placement? But yeah, W Cook, and yeah, that pretty much wraps up all our fights. So yeah, not bad to say the least. They were pretty okay fights, like nothing too crazy. And yeah, that will be the end of our war. So yeah, I'd say only one of the fights you could tell was pretty troublesome, but yeah, at the end of the day, a solo is a solo, and we got the job done. So yeah, hopefully we can wrap it up. The war is still underway. We only have an hour, 2 minutes left. The boys are doing really well, so hopefully we can cook this war and yeah, get the dub. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video, drop a like, subscribe. Sub and subscribe are the same thing, but yeah, you know what I mean. And drop a comment on what you think, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. GG's.